So let's get started here. For materials that we'll need for this course, I'm going to be using Arches brand watercolor paper. It's a 140-pound cold press, and it has a rough side and a smooth side, and we'll be painting on that rougher side. I also have a backer board, and you can use any kind of board, or either a canvas board, even cardboard, to tape your painting down, but it's just so that you'll be able to turn your painting as you're moving through the process, so you don't have to tape it down to your table. And as I said, we're going to have that rougher side up. And if I can center this into this 8x10 foam backer board and put my mat, which is an opening of a 5x7, directly on top, I'll be able to see this area that I'll be painting in. So I'm going to take my pencil and just mark 4 corners here with these 4 little dots. And that way I'll know what area to tape down. So when I'm completed with my painting, I'll have everything actually showing in my scene. So what we'll need as well, we'll put this aside, we'll be using a number 2 pencil. We'll be doing some light tracing for this, for our sketches. I also use a black Sharpie, and you don't have to have a black Sharpie, but you could put birds in with this. You can do your signature with this as well. And I also use a polymer eraser. This is if you have to do any type of erasing. I don't recommend using your number 2 pencil eraser because it can mar your paper. I'm also using a 3/4 inch oval wash brush, something with some nice bristles so you could absorb the water well. And I have here my little Winsor Newton cotton kit, and in this kit comes a little sable detail brush, and this has a nice point on it so you can get some really small details with this. We'll also be using for this course some white gouache, and this is non-transparent, and I'm using this to put in my white areas, and it's fairly thick. It's almost like toothpaste, so we'll be watering this down. And I'm using that really in place of a masking fluid, so we'll be able to use this on top of our painting rather than leaving an area white. Now I'll also be using 2 cups of water. I usually have 1 clean and 1 for dirty, and that way you're not always running to the sink, and plus your colors won't get muddied. We'll also have a roll of paper towels. We'll be using this just to either wipe off our brushes or if we have some excess paint. And this is the Cotman kit up close. This is all of the paints that we usually use for most of my courses. And open, this shows you what the kit looks like, my nice used kit. And so what we'll do next is tape down our watercolor paper. And I'm just using a regular painter's tape for this. You can use masking tape, but this works best because you can lift it up and not have to worry about tearing your paper once you're completed. So what I'm doing now is I'm just taping those 4 sides down, and you can see where my light pencil marks are, so I'm just going to make sure I'm not covering those areas as I'm doing this, because that's going to be the area that's going to show in your mat. And I'm just going to get all 4 of these corners done, and we'll be ready to paint.